Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Nicholas from Leftover Content, also known as Milky Seed, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. Last time, we explored all of Treasure Trove Cove, unlocked a new world called Clanker's Tavern, and in this episode, we're going to go to said world, and I have a few things to talk about and show off. First things first is, I made an oopsie! This is take 2 of this new world that we're going to, because the game audio didn't record, and at first I was just going to leave the world as is and, you know, just add in the game world's background music, but it just didn't feel right not having all the sound effects and stuff there. So, yeah. Anyway, if we go into that little tunnel that I just went through near Treasure Trove Cove, we'll actually find a hidden painting, but there's no jiggy piece for us to stand on to fill in the blanks. This is apparently for some world called Click Clock Wood. I wonder when we'll be going here. But the main reason why I came in here today was to come over here and grab this Mumbo token. Now, in Treasure Trove Cove, I believe it was in either episode 3 or 4, I mentioned that I wasn't going to show off every extra life or Mumbo token. Well, since then, I've changed my mind. I even have a little text bubble for one of those where I state I changed my mind. It's weird that I just did Clanker's Cavern, which is the world we're going to, and I have to do it again because the game audio didn't save. Anyway, coming in here, watch out, there is a baddie in here. Let's just take care of him. We'll activate our first red cauldron, or orange, whichever, you can pick the color. We come over this way though, there's another hidden Mumbo token. Now, I want to point out, guys, that there is no reason for you to grab every Mumbo token in the game. I do not believe that all of them are required, but hey, if you want to grab them all, go ahead. Now then, finally, we can go to where Clanker's Cavern is. As soon as you enter this little area, across the way from us is the world's entrance. However, there's no way for us to get to us. Well, this can be quickly remedied by doing this. By doing so, it will raise us some platforms in which we can get across into Clanker's Cavern. And without wasting any time, why don't we see what's in there? Hey everybody, just a quick little update before we enter Clanker's Cavern. I made a mistake and I actually forgot and missed a Mumbo token while I was looking over my list. There is a Mumbo token right up here. The reason why my Mumbo tokens probably are a different amount than what they are currently in the video is because this is from a bit later in the future, so I just wanted to cover that Mumbo token that was up there, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Oh man, Clanker's Cavern. Do I have some stories for this world? Clanker's Cavern is a world that I actually have a few memories with. For starters, right off the bat, I have a memory to discuss. First, let's go get rid of this crab guy. Did you see his... Oh, he's coming so slow. Get out of here. When I was younger, and I would play this with my older cousin, for whatever reason, he would come into this waterfall and go back and forth in it and sing, "Taking a shower, taking a shower." And little kid Nick thought it was the funniest thing in the known universe, and I just thought it was hilarious. Anyway, this is actually a ladder right there. You can climb this to get up here and find our first few notes. These holes in the wall. If you just heard that growl, jump and do Kazooie's peck to kill this guy. These guys will typically knock you off whatever you're standing on, so you just want to take them out immediately. Going over this way, we can grab this golden feather. Lucky you. I'm an invulnerability feather. Battles will tell you more. Come over here, we can grab our first Mumbo token of this world. In this world, there are 5 Mumbo tokens and 3 extra lives. We'll be going over each of the locations as this goes on. These guys are everywhere. If we just keep following this path, we'll come across our first Jinjo. It is hidden behind this thing. Yeah, hate this guy. There are no notes that way, so no reason to go over there. Once you're done, that's basically it. That's all that's left in this starting room. If you need some eggs, there's some eggs down there if you really need them. This is Banjo Kazooie's main water level. So if you're having problems, you can actually stop Banjo in his tracks and just push A and he'll swim slower and give you more control. If we come over this way. I am Clanker, which is garbage grinder. Clanker not like dirty water. Want fresh air. Clanker Oh man, does the internet love this guy. A lot of people are actually really scared of Clanker. I was never scared of Clanker when I was a kid. I know, I was scared of the shark in Treasure Trove Cove, not this guy. For some reason, I thought Clanker was cool. Maybe it's because he has some gore on him. Yeah, he has bits of exposed flesh on him. I don't know, I just thought Clanker was cool. Anyway, Clanker wants some fresh air, so in order to give him fresh air, we have to go down this little hole here and follow his chain. Coming down here, you're going to want to swim, I believe this would be, I don't know, like this, and collect these bubbles. As you're swimming through here, hi, I'm Glue. Grab my bubbles if you're low on air. And you're going to want to swim through this key 3 times. There's also a Jinjo down here, but we'll be grabbing him in a second along with these notes. Give me. Okay, I'm just going to turn around now. And with that, we'll raise Clanker out of this dirty water and give him some fresh air. Clanker has fresh air. You find reward on Clanker's back. This is an area where it's very easy to drown, and I actually want to discuss something I haven't talked about up until this point, and that's death. In this game, I mean. If you die in Banjo Kazooie, you will have to collect all the notes again. The world basically resets. Now, if you're in the Xbox 360 version, and I'm not sure about it, but I believe also the rare replay version, you don't have to collect all the notes again. The notes that you've collected are saved. I don't know why it's like that in the N64 version. Maybe it's because the N64 couldn't remember that, but I believe it can remember it in Banjo-Tooie. I don't know how it works. Anyway, we're running low on air. We're running seriously low on air. I'm stuck! Oh my god. Yeah, I get a little nervous about drowning. And it's funny because, you know, this boy never played Sonic. Okay, let's swim down. I believe I collected all the notes here. And collect our second Jinjo. Now let's hurry up and get to the top. Whew, jeez. This place, man. There's one thing I do want to discuss about Clanker's Cavern, and that's it in beta. Originally in Clanker's Cavern, Clanker was not as beat up and metallic looking as he is now. Originally, he was a much more normal looking shark and was simply, well, fleshier and not metally. There's some notes on Clanker's back. Another thing to discuss is that Clanker's Cavern seems to be much more forest-like, but was changed before the game's final release. Now, a lot of fans like to speculate that Clanker's Cavern was originally going to be a scrap level called Fungus Force, which was also eventually repurposed into a level in in Donkey Kong 64. Clanker's teeth hurt now. Eat too much garbage. Help Clanker. Like Clanker said, you will need to help his toothaches. The way you do this is aim yourself appropriately, and you shoot eggs at his teeth. You just need to hit him 3 times. Once you get one of them, go in it. Yes, you can actually enter Clanker's teeth to grab a Mumbo token. That is our second Mumbo token. Only 3 more to find. Now he has 2 gold teeth. The other one is on the other side of Clanker. These teeth are a pain in the butt to hit. After hitting this one open... Oh, he was saying something. Oops, I'm sorry, Clanker. You'll be rewarded with a Jiggy. Very easy, very straightforward. We already have 2 Jiggies in this world, and we basically just walked in. I thought that was going to work. Don't swim too close to Clanker's fins or gills if you don't want to go inside of him, because you will. Now then, back on top of Clanker, if we go to his tail fin, you will gonna have to talon trot up his tail, and then, getting up here, you're gonna see this Jiggy behind a crate. Just aerial attack it, and it'll open up, giving you yet another Jiggy. This crate right here has always made me so infuriated because I always forget how to open it. During my first recording, I actually did, and I remembered, surprisingly. If we jump off there, we can actually land on this pipe here to grab ourselves a few notes. There's a guy in here, take him out, grab another Mumbo token. Since I just played this world and I know where everything is, it's very weird to just be here. Anyway, land in this water. I don't want to go under it. Crap. Come on, give me back up. Come on, Banjo. I'm just going to avoid that guy. He is worthless to it. If we talon trot up here, I don't think we need to, but we can actually shock pad ourselves and do this. You're gonna, in these little cubbies are just random collectibles for you to grab. And I believe there's only 2 notes up here, but by making it to the end, you will get, I believe that's the first extra life. Alright. Now then, moving on to the other side of this, that platform serves no purpose to us. If we come over here, we can see that there's the second extra life, but before we do that, we're actually going to want to go underwater to get underneath this pipe and swim in there. And here's the first honeycomb piece of this world. When I did test play this, I forgot about it and walked right by it, and it was terrible. I had to look it up. Oh my god. I felt so embarrassed. But if we come over here, we can get ourselves the second extra life of this world. Shock padding this way on top of this pipe. Turning the camera, we can grab onto this pole. Oh my god. And climb up here to grab ourselves another Mumbo token. I actually forgot that this one was here. There's only one more Mumbo token left in the world, actually, I think. Coming over here, we can shock pad ourselves to this, climb up this, jump to this little pipe here, and if you talon trot, you won't slide down, and you can grab these notes. Do not, I repeat, do not just, you know, leave yet. Going in here, we can grab ourselves another Jinjo, and then we can slide down and grab, I believe that was the third and final extra life of this world, was it not? We already grabbed the first 2, right? One being there. Yeah, that was the last extra life of this world. There's only 3 extra lives. Repeat what you just did again. Now, if you're not trying to grab all the extra lives like I am, I know you won't have to do this. You can skip that part entirely, but what you can do is talon trot, come over here, and break this by ground pounding it, and you get the last honeycomb piece of this world. Short, easy, and straight to the point. With that, we give ourselves some health. Now, going over in here, we can enter this green pipe on the opposite side of Clanker, and enter this strange green lit room. By coming out here, and there's notes all around the edge of the room, but snippet mutants are we. Jigsaw is ours. Fight us. You must. Basically, what he's saying is, you must defeat all of these snipper mutants. They function identically to the crabs found in Treasure Trove Cove. Ground pounding them once instantly kills them. Excuse you! Sir! I'm making this part seem way harder than it actually is, but it's not. Ground pound them. I believe there's a total of 4 of them. After defeating all 4 of them, beaten snippet mutants are we. Yours is prize. Will obviously net you a Jiggy. Now, going around the edge of the room and grabbing these notes real quick. I love the music in this area. Is there a note right here? Okay. High jump onto this pipe here. And grab yourself that Jiggy. Giving us a total of 4 already. Man, we are breezing through Clanker's Cavern already. Now, before we end off this video, there is one more Jiggy I would like to grab. We come up to the surface real quick. Actually, I don't think this is the Jiggy, if I remember correctly. I already forgot. I believe this is something else. But if we come in here and swim through this tunnel, I believe inside we will find the blue Jinjo. With that, there's only one more Jinjo left to find, and again, my memory fails me on where he is. Oh, never mind. My brain just pooped him back into my memory. Anyway, if we look around. Yes, there. This tunnel right here, I always mix this one up for the exit. I always think that this one is the exit back into Clanker's Cavern main room. Nope, in here is a Mumbo token. And with that, we've grabbed all the Mumbo tokens in this world already. Now, swimming across to the other side, we're going to be heading for that tunnel right there. So let's get some air before we do that. Ground pound to get that extra bit of air time. I keep forgetting that you don't need to hold, you don't need to tap it, you can just hold it. Going through this very, very long tunnel here, a tunnel in which, if you don't drown, you are God, will net us a Jiggy. And with that, we're already halfway done Clanker's Cavern, and then some. We've already got all the extra lives, all the Mumbo tokens. All that's left are the notes and the Jiggies. And with that, I believe that's every single Jiggy outside of Clanker. No, there is one more. I want to grab one more Jiggy. There's one more Jiggy outside of Clanker that we can grab. You might have noticed that blue thing that was floating high above Clanker. Oh my god, can I make this? Can I make this? Come on. Yeah! Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't want to show that off yet. If you stand on this nut that is in Clanker's blowhole, he'll eventually blow it up and get you up here to grab some notes. I had to cut out just like 2 minutes of me trying to leave Clanker without collecting. No, come on. Oh man, no, oh man. This, I'm just trying to show off this thingy and it's just not letting me and it's being a butthole. Launch me, Clanker. Thank you. Anyway, if we walk across this very careful. Launch me, Clanker. If we walk across this very carefully and not fall like an idiot, like a stupid big old dummy, we can get across this and get the final Jiggy that's outside of Clanker. Remember how we could enter from Clanker's teeth? Well, he has other entrances, as I already accidentally showed by me just falling into his blowhole. There's other ways you can enter Clanker. So next time on Banjo Kazooie, we're going to explore inside of Clanker and grab the remaining Jiggies of Clanker's Cavern. See you all next time.